The rising numbers of juvenile crimes where detention is appropriate has Scottsbluff County authorities starting to look at alternatives for a juvenile detention center. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, on Monday night, commissioners authorized the sheriff's office to request proposals for architectural services to provide costs of potential local facilities instead of sending juvenile detainees elsewhere while their cases make their way through the court system. Chief Deputy Sheriff Troy Brown told the board he reviewed the number of juveniles requiring detention in the recent past and said the local trend is the same as what's being experienced in other parts of the state and eastern Wyoming.
We run about 20 per year that we have that are locked into secure facilities throughout the year since 2016. Right now we have 9 just from Scottsbluff County right now that's locked up in detention. We just had 1 kid from Sydney. They had to haul to Woodbury, so that gives us 3 kids now that are 8 hours away from here, one way.
Commissioners agreed it was an issue that needed to be addressed, saying there could be a lot of savings in transportation and labor costs, and Brown said the sheriff's office is looking into funding sources to pay for such a project outside of local tax dollars. The existing south wing of the detention center that had been designated for juveniles was closed and repurposed years ago when changes in state law caused a massive reduction in housing of juvenile offenders locally. Well, big changes at Scottsbluff's Riverside Discovery Center. During Monday night's city council meeting, Matt Solomon told the council that the RDC board has hired Hawk Buckman as the zoo's new chief executive officer. Prior to coming to RDC, Buckman had worked on the Travel Wyobraska magazine and been a nature photographer. Additionally, the board hired on 2 new Level 3 zookeepers, one from Denver and one from Florida, and they are 1 step above what the zoo currently has on staff. Solomon says the zoo is past the halfway point for their AZA renewal applications with the hopes of completion by the end of March. He also told the council that Taylor Kopis has been selected to succeed Katie Gompert as the RDC board president. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Welcome back. The Goshen County School District Board of Trustees is once again looking at the possibility of switching to a 4-day school week. On Thursday night, they will hear public input regarding the possible change for the next school year. The hearing will be held at Torrington High School's auditorium from 7 to 9 p.m. The district had previously looked at a 4-day school week back in 2019. Well, a shattered man who was arrested last summer in connection to a reported stabbing attack has struck a plea deal to avoid going to trial. 38-year-old Joseph Littlemoon was arrested in June after stabbing a man with a blade that was hidden in a cane and was subsequently charged with second-degree assault and use of a weapon to commit a felony. However, this week in district court, he pleaded no contest to amended misdemeanor charges and was sentenced to 180 days in jail and received credit for the 233 days he had already served. And gas prices nationwide have continued their rise over the past few weeks. Oil industry analyst Trilby Lundberg, the publisher of the Lundberg survey, tells us how much.
Gasoline prices moved up another 12 cents in the past 2 weeks. The new price for regular grade is $3.58 per gallon, and over 7 weeks is a total of 31 cents.
The average price of a gallon of regular unleaded in Nebraska is $3.34, which is actually down nearly a nickel over the past week, according to AAA's fuel gauge report. Lundberg says the Honolulu area is paying the highest local average price at $4.87 a gallon, while the Houston area is paying the least at $3 a gallon.
Winter is here, and at Renewal by Andersen, we've gotten used to these words from our clients. Wow, our house is so much warmer with our new windows from Renewal by Andersen. There is no place like home. A warm, comfortable home on a bitter winter night. And Renewal by Andersen's windows installed by our certified professionals can significantly reduce your heating bills, make your home secure, wonderfully warm, and welcoming. Scan that QR code, visit rbawyoming.com now. Warm up at home with Renewal by Andersen this winter. rbawyoming.com.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Today, a signings-focused update. A quartet of Scottsbluff High School student athletes were front and center at the signing table yesterday, making official their college decisions. 3 football players and 1 girls golfer. We'll take these in order of the signings and lead things off with Kyan Allen, who's going to play football at Chadron State College. Allen turned into a lockdown cornerback this past season for the Bearcats, and this year provided him with a great personal highlight.
Omaha Scott game, when we beat them 33-0, that was pretty memorable for me. Obviously watching it when I was younger, watching us lose to them in the state championship games, it really made me want to get back at them.
Kyan Allen heading to Chadron State. How about Tyson Klein, a do-it-all type for the Cats over the years? Just this year alone, he played fullback, a little bit of receiver at times, linebacker and safety on the other side of the ball, plus special teams. Klein set to join an NAIA national title-winning program at Northwestern College in Iowa.
I decided to go there because I really like the coaches. They're kind. I feel like they know what they're doing. And when I watched the national championship game, after the game, all the players had really good things to say about them. They all had something different, so it wasn't the same thing over and over. They all had something really good to say about all the coaches.
That was Tyson Klein heading to Northwestern College. The final football signing yesterday, tight end Corbin Gribble, who's staying in state, but heading east, he'll be in Lincoln as he'll play for Nebraska Wesleyan. Gribble stuck with the program and became a full-time offensive starter as a senior, and he says the coaching staff at Scottsbluff deserves a lot of the credit in getting him to this opportunity.
You know, it means a lot. The coaches really prepared me for this just because as a younger athlete in the high school, I wasn't a big role on the team. But then this year they helped me get there and be prepared for it and got me more ready for the role I could play this year. And then it just helped more. I can push it over into the next level.
Scottsbluff never lacks the star power with the kids that get the headlines, but Judd Hall says this trio signing shows that good things can happen for guys that bide their time and accept roles coming through the program.
It says a lot about our guys, that their love for the game and their willingness to prepare for 4 years. You know, two of the guys that signed today really didn't see the varsity field a lot until their senior year. They were contributors as juniors on special teams, but then filled those varsity roles as seniors and had great years, put themselves in position to earn a scholarship and earn some money to go play at the next level.
Now let's get to the Lynx and girls golfer McKinley Knotts. She signed yesterday to continue her career at Black Hills State in South Dakota. Knotts came over to Scottsbluff from Mitchell High for her senior year and was part of a second-place team in Class B this past season.
I had really good coaching at Mitchell, but I wanted to go up to the next level, so I came over here and got more coaching from an outside perspective. It's exciting. It really helped a lot.
Knotts was only with the program for one season, but that was enough for Coach Brock Ayler to know she's got what it takes to succeed in college.
Her work ethic and the love for the game. When she goes to practice and play golf, it doesn't feel like a job to her. She enjoys it. I think she grew up right, finding small competitions, small goals to reach bigger goals, and that's kind of the way you do it.
Yesterday, a busy signing day at Scottsbluff with McKinley Knotts, Corbin Gribble, Tyson Klein, and Kyan Allen all signing to take the next steps in their academic and athletic careers. That is the latest today from the FNBO Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
Morrill County Community Hospital and the behavioral health providers are here to help. Amber Dean specializes in mental health care, which includes medication and therapy across a person's lifespan. Melody Lacey helps people deal with a wide range of behavioral problems, from depression and anxiety to child psychiatry. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time. At Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska. Exceptional care right here at home.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. The Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the people you know and trust.
Culture trumps everything else.
In my years, I've never worked for a company that treats people the way this one does.
It is my passion for agriculture that brought me here in the first place, but not only that, there's a huge family-oriented atmosphere within the 21st Century Equipment.
I love working for 21st. They found something in me that I didn't know in myself. An intern to where I'm at now is such a great opportunity, and that is what this company is about.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens, according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, earlier this week, the Nebraska Chamber hosted a meeting to highlight their list of priority legislation for the current session. Chamber President Brian Sloan says their goal is to keep a good sense of what the needs and real possibilities for the business community in Nebraska are.
Always with a view towards how do we keep our state competitive, and how do we keep our state one of those top 10 places to do business, to create jobs, and to create opportunities for the people in this state. And how do we build this business consensus around what those strategies ought to be.
Sloan says the chamber stands behind Governor Jim Pillen's tax relief package on behalf of the state's business community. Additionally, he highlighted 7 bills that range from manufacturing modernization, megasite and CHIPS development, and state CTE funding. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.